Second, right? Okay, so in development, right, the first one we're gonna have is one that something looks like this, okay? And it normally starts off with the periphery, right? So this right here is really called the primordial follicle. Now, how do we know it's a primordial follicle and not the primary? This right here, what I'm drawing here, is really the primary. Okay. Notice the whole primary is surrounded by cuboidal epithelium. Okay, so all this is cuboidal I'm trying to draw over here. Okay, so the cell's surrounded like that. So this one has what we call a simple squamous epithelia on this particular one. That's how you'll be able to recognize that. And I'll show you guys better when we start to look at the ovary, right? Now, inside here, this is what we call the primary, the symbol means primary oocyte. Okay, now this one has the same thing, but it's also called the same thing, right? Now, if I had to draw the secondary, it'd be like this. Okay, it'll be a double layer of cuboidal cells, right? Double layer. You guys get where I'm going with this, right? Mm-hmm. So it'd be like stratified cuboidal epithelium. And this right here is the primary follicle. This one right here, let me finish drawing, so you guys won't be confused what you're looking at. That's not somebody with a bad hairdo, okay?
Rollers.
Yeah, rollers, right? Okay, so this. Okay, so you guys get where I'm going with it, right? So that's cuboidal epithelium, but a double layer of it. So this one is called a secondary follicle. Now the last one we have, it's this right here. So this will be like open space, and there'll be a developing egg right here. Yeah, this will be an open space, okay? Oh, this will be open space, and that's how you actually tell it. This right here is a tertiary follicle. I know this one is not too good of a drawing, okay? Tertiary follicle is also called a mature Graafian follicle, okay? So mature Graafian follicle, there's two A's in there. I spelled it wrong. There's two A's in there, mature Graafian follicle, okay? Now this here is called the antrum. So how do we know it's a tertiary follicle? Well, because it has an antrum here, okay? Now the only thing is here, right, there are many other parts of the cell, like for example, this is corona radiata, this is the cumulus orifice, okay? But they didn't put any of that on the list, okay? But right here, in the middle right here, we say that all of these were what? Primary oocyte. But right here, mature Graafian has a secondary oocyte. Do you see? Now, is this secondary oocyte? This is where the egg is actually being released from. You guys get it? Mm-hmm. Okay. All the rest of these are primary. So the primordial follicle is primary, primary, secondary. All of these has a primary oocyte. So notice again, the oocyte is saying the egg, right? The follicle is the enclosure that the egg develops within. Okay, so that's all the follicle is, provided all the necessary nutrients and so forth. Okay, so you guys get it. How would you recognize a primordial follicle? Simple squamous epithelium. How would you know a primary follicle? One layer, right, of cuboidal. Secondary, two layers. And the tertiary follicle, they have an antrum, okay? Now let's see if I can make this doable now. Okay, so this right here, the whole thing is your ovary. So I wanted to point this out for you. This is what I was trying to draw for the mature Graafian follicle. So once you see the inside right here, this is a secondary oocyte. The only one that has a secondary oocyte is a mature Graafian follicle, right? If If I point to here, this is an antrum, okay? This is an antrum here in the mature graphene follicle or tertiary follicle, and this is a secondary oocyte. The next thing that we see here and here, we see a whole bunch of, looks like scrambled eggs, right? I like to say everything is scrambled eggs. But this right here, this is the corpus luteum, okay? This definitely looks like scrambled eggs, right? Definitely like scrambled eggs, okay? So this is corpus luteum. The whole thing, of course, is the ovary. All right, let's switch to the next one. Wrong direction.